Hello, this is Dr. Bob of Proactive Wellness and Injury Center with information that will help you to achieve the best performance of your life. Well, I've been discussing in the past few videos the subject of algae, and I described to you the types of algae there were, the benefits of the algae, and the sources of the algae as well. And that's very, very important that you consider the source of the algae. And that's true of any and every and all supplements that you're going to ingest. Always, always check out from what source they're getting them, the potency, the purity, the stability of it, and the source from which you're buying it as well, the agency. And beware when you are purchasing anything over the internet, especially when it comes to nutritional supplements, uh, things of that nature, because it's the wild, wild west out there, and there are a lot of counterfeits, a lot of bogus information that's being given, and there's a lot of dangerous compounds that are being sold to the unwary consumer, thinking that he or she is getting some very high quality supplements. Anyway, getting back to the algae, what I want to focus on is one of the two types of the algae that we use here in our center and the reasons that we use it. And this one is called spirulina. Spirulina. It's also known as blue-green algae. Now, when we're talking about this, I want you to realize that this basically is not a supplement. This is a food source, a literal food source. And there's been over 50,000 different studies that have been conducted on the blue-green algae, on the spirulina in particular. And it has been deemed the most nutrient dense food source of any food source in the world. Allow me to repeat that. It has been given the honor of being called the most nutrient dense food source of any food source in the world. As a matter of fact, it has the highest concentration of protein of any food source in the world, and also they found that it has over 40 different vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that are present in this food source. Over 50,000 studies that have validated this over the years that it's been researched. Some of the benefits that we found in our center, and when we have used it with our patients, it does enhance the skin and the hair. And I know I've stated this on a few other videos about the rise of the popularity of the collagen, and rightly so. It's a very, very good source, or it's very beneficial, I should say, in enhancing the skin and the joints and the collagen production in the human body. However, the spirulina is not to be overlooked. It is very, very beneficial in its aiding the regeneration of the skin and of the hair, in making it more luxurious, in reducing the wrinkles, in maintaining the elasticity and the youthfulness of the skin as well. We also use it and it's a benefit in reducing inflammatory responses in the body. And we're not just talking about a strain type of injury where an ankle gets swollen or a wrist gets swollen because of an injury. We're talking about cellular inflammation as well. Very beneficial. Increasing or enhancing athletic performance. We found that especially in the endurance sports, like our cross-country runners, our basketball players that are going back and forth up and down the court, tennis, sports like that are stop and go, and very little stop and a lot of going. It helps in the athletic performance in that aspect. Also, I want to remind you that it is of a vegan source. So if you're an individual that's currently following through with the ketone diet, and wanting to maintain ketosis, or you are a strict vegan or vegetarian, this is a very good source of nutrients for you, and it won't upset your philosophy or your metabolic profile if you're in ketosis. It is a vegan source. And also, another thing that I want to let you know, it's safe for all ages. That means you can feed babies, young children, adults, elderly, the spirulina, and it's going to be good for them across the board. So again, just topically, spirulina, it's an algae that we use in our practice here for many, many different types of conditions of the patients that we see. We found it very beneficial. We've been doing so since the late 80s, incorporating this in our treatment plans. And again, I want to reiterate, it's not just the spirulina or the blue-green algae that you're looking for. You must be very, very careful in the source from which you are getting it. Okay, so if you do have any additional questions or comments, we do invite you to email us at office@pro-activewellness.com. Again, that email address is office@pro, followed by a dash or a hyphen, office@pro-activewellness.com. And you know, we do invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until the next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching all the way through here. God bless.